Welcome to Team 7 presentation on Central Hospital for Veterinary Medicine. My name is Lauren Johnson, and I'll be educating the audience on the hospital itself and the introductory portions. The hospital's mission is to provide high-quality emergency and specialty care to veterinary patients with a commitment to positive pet owner experience. The hospital is a referral and specialty veterinary practice. General practice veterinarians in the community refer their clients for care outside of their normal business hours or that exceeds their capabilities. The hospital maintains an emergency department which includes the act of seeing incoming emergencies and overseeing hospitalized patient care in an intensive care unit. The hospital does not provide any routine wellness care such as vaccines, spays, or neuters. The hospital primarily serves felines and canines. The hospital is organized as a C corporation is currently owned by 14 shareholders. The main hospital is in North Haven, Connecticut, and currently opening a second location in Guilford to offer services including emergency, internal medicine, surgery, cardiology, and ophthalmology. They're actively evaluating a new location in Colchester and partnering with the emergency practice in Rocky Hill to expand geographic reach. Veterinary specialties of internal medicine, surgery, radiology, exotics, critical care, dermatology, oncology, ophthalmology, anesthesiology, cardiology, interventional radiology, canine rehabilitation, and behavior are all addressed at this hospital. The hospital was incorporated in 1975 and named New Haven Central Hospital for Veterinary Medicine. It was organized by a group of local veterinarians who wanted to be able to offer advanced and overnight care as a group. Patients affiliated with our member doctors made up 100% of revenue initially, while patients from other veterinary facilities began to use the emergency services. Most care at this time was provided from member doctors taking shifts at the hospital and by veterinary interns, veterinarians in the first year of practicing after graduation. These services continued to grow through the 80s and 90s. Member doctors stopped working shifts in the 1990s and 2000s. The internship program was officially phased out of Central Hospital. The hospital was then completely staffed by experienced veterinarians. Members of the community began to come to the practice to receive local wellness care, and thus a wellness practice started in the hospital. The wellness practice was moved to its own location in 2010. This was in an effort to accomplish two goals. The first goal was to provide better and more appropriate experience for wellness clients. The waiting room is an extremely hectic place and overwhelming for pet owners simply seeking to have their pet examined or vaccinated. A higher touch experience was needed with dedicated staff who could develop relationships with those customers. The second goal was as emergency services grew, the hospital began to receive cases from increasing numbers from referral practices. However, some referring veterinarians are reluctant to send their clients to a practice that also has a wellness center in-house. This was out of fear of not getting their clients back after the emergency visit. The hospital began hiring board-certified specialists in an effort to expand its referral business and in a goal to become the best equipped hospital in the state to provide care for any problem a pet may be afflicted with. On November 18, 2013, the hospital was moved from its previous location in New Haven to North Haven. This move was to accomplish two goals. With the rapid growth of service and staff, a newer, larger facility was needed. This increased the number of exam rooms, operating rooms, and radiology suites. Parking. The old parking did not accommodate all the staff and clients. This led to a lot of frustration in finding parking spots. Lastly, location. As the referral base grew, clients began coming from further away, and a number of potential clients were concerned about the safety in New Haven, especially at night. The location relieved that issue as it's in a medical park in a suburban area. Additionally, the medical park is also inhabited by facilities associated with Yale New Haven and Gaylord. This helps to set the client expectations high when they visit Central Hospital. The hospital concept was to have a hub and spoke model where their outpatient facilities would provide routine care but would not make a capital investment into surgery suites and x-ray equipment. This allowed individuals to have lower overheads while performing their surgeries and x-rays at a centralized hospital. These doctors are known as our member doctors. Central Hospitals maintain two main mottos for marketing purposes: clients. For client purposes, materials have the tagline, referring veterinarians. For marketing to the veterinary community, hospital uses the line your partner in patient care since 1975.
It is one of the largest and longest operating referral practices in the state, having been formed in 1975 and having more specialties represented than any other referral practice in the state. It has the largest group of certified veterinary technicians as part of its staff. It also has a group of 8 wellness practices represented in the ownership group, thus guaranteeing referrals from those practices. The medical provider group is strong and works in a cooperative manner, and the management group is diverse. It is located in a medical park with facilities such as the Yale Heart and Vascular Center and the Gaylord Hospital Sleep Center, which allows it to market its services as high-end. It is located close to both I-91 and the Merritt Parkway, opening a large portion of the state to the hospital. It has strong relationships with the referring community, fostered by being an early adopter of new communication technology and control of 3 professional organizations in the state of Connecticut. The street signage of the medical park, as well as the layout, have created confusion for some clients trying to reach the hospital, especially on emergency hours. Additionally, the board of directors is primarily consisted of general practitioners who do not spend a significant amount of time in a referral practice, thus leading to a disconnect between the board leadership and hospital management needs. From an economic perspective, the Animal Pet Products Association estimated an increase in sales from veterinary care spending from 2014 to 2015 and saw an increase moving into 2016 as well. From a competitive perspective, most referral practices in the state of Connecticut are owned by corporate consolidators with leadership groups that are distant across the country, which can lead to a slowness to respond to new opportunities and an understanding of local changes. From a technological perspective, the field of veterinary medicine is constantly changing and advancing, which leads to new medical technologies that can be adopted for new lines of service. From a social perspective, pet owners have an increasing level of the human-animal bond. This causes them to seek out more advanced care for their pets. Economically, referral practices are reliant on referring DVMs to send clients to them. Competitors are regularly opening up across the country, including in Connecticut and Madison. Corporate consolidators that own other referral practices can also purchase general practitioner facilities and demand those referrals be sent to their own specialty hospitals, thereby owning the supply chain. Connecticut is a crowded market for emergency care with 4 emergency-only facilities, 9 specialty emergency facilities, and numerous traveling specialists. From a technological standpoint, new technologies are regularly coming out, which create situations where referring practices must regularly reinvest in new equipment, thus creating high capital expenditures. And the increased level of human-animal bond that generates additional clientele and increases their demand also creates higher expectations.
The geographic target market is essentially anyone within convenient driving distance or approximately 25-mile radius from Central Hospital of Veterinary Medicine. Within this geographic region, the hospital receives a majority of its business from private veterinary practice referrals. However, the end client is the pet and the pet parents. So essentially, there are 2 target markets in this geographic area. In 2012, there were 1,100 active veterinarians practicing in Connecticut, with 910 working in private clinical practice. When we look at the 910 veterinarians in private clinical practice, they spent about 77% of their time caring for either dogs and cats. As of 2017, there were 73 million households in the United States with at least 1 pet. However, many people have more than 1 pet, resulting in over 184.2 million pet dogs and cats in this country. The American Pet Products Association National Pet Owner Survey found that from 2014 to 2016, there has been an increase in the amount of pet owners, specifically dogs and cats. This is in contrast to other pets where there has been a gradual decline. In 2017, the American Pet Products Association National Survey revealed that there are now over 90 million pet dogs in the United States, and the average money spent on these dogs is rising, now averaging $1,386 per year. In 2017, there were 94.2 million pet cats, and owners are spending an average of $893 per year on their pet cats. Pet owners are spending more money on their dogs and cats. When segmenting this market further, we can see much of this growth in the industry is fueled by the high-end segment. Pet owners want the best for their pets, and price doesn't appear to be a limiting factor. In fact, in 1995 to 2009, pet-related spending was up 28%. We are also finding that more pet owners are single, aging baby boomers, or dual-income, no-kid households, and earn more than $70,000 per year. Pet health appears to be more important to pet owners as well, as evident by the almost tenfold increase over the last 8 years in the amount of pet owners that purchase pet insurance for their dogs or cats. So not only are pet owners spending more on their pets and worried more about their health, but they're also becoming more involved with their pets as well, which builds more emotional attachments. Now pet owners are treating their dogs as members of their family, and in many instances, pets have become the first child for newlyweds. That 11% of dog owners and 5% of cat owners admit to holding a holiday party or birthday party for their pets. And a significant portion of dog and cat owners are also purchasing pet-themed merchandise, including Halloween costumes for their pets. When surveying all types of pet owners, 80% admit to increasing happiness from their pets, 32% admit to better mental acuity, 55% state that they have less anxiety and depression, and 66% admit to less stress because of their pets.
Central Hospital has many great offerings, such as emergency services, more specialty services than any other veterinary hospital in Connecticut, including cardiology, ophthalmology, dermatology, interventional radiology, specialized minimally invasive laparoscopic surgery, hip and knee replacement, and neurosurgery. It is open 24/7, 365 days a year, and it support and education to private veterinary practice in the region. The elements of the target market are broken down into 4 categories. Measurable, with over 144 million dog and cat owners. Accessible, pet owners and private veterinary offices within convenient driving distance of the hospital. Different, it has the most specialists in the state, and it will be Connecticut's only Level 1 trauma center. Profitable, pet owners have more money and spend more to keep them healthy and happy, and more pet owners purchasing pet insurance, and surrogate for importance in pet health. Central Hospital has increased service locations to attract competitors' customers and gain new customers from new geographic areas. With their new location in Guilford and a potential of opening in Colchester and Rocky Hill, with the increase of money that American pet owners have been paying, these new locations of Central Hospital will be beneficial. Central Hospital is increasing service by investigating newer, better medical equipment. Although aggressive marketing is not utilized by Central Hospital, the hospital must rely on some advertising, social media, and word of mouth to build clientele. Diversification is another market opportunity that Central Hospital takes advantage of. Central Hospital is continuing to investigate new locations and implementing new services to grow their business. Central Hospital relies more on a head-to-head positioning strategy. It does also have some aspects of a differentiation positioning strategy. Central Hospital's main location is located in North Haven, which is only about 20 miles apart from their direct competitor in Middletown. Central Hospital also opened another location in Guilford with another competitor in the neighboring town of Madison, which is only about 5 miles apart. The hospital is also investigating a location in Colchester on the opposite side of their competitor in Middletown, which is again almost 20 miles apart. They are also investigating a location in Rocky Hill, which is directly between three competitors, one of which being the competitor in Middletown to its south. This location is only 10 miles apart. Central Hospital also relies on differentiation by offering new services and care in efforts to stand out from its competitors, offering more specialty services than any other veterinary hospital in Connecticut.